What up? Welcome to episode 4. Episode 4.
Yeah.
Off-Skripted. I'm B-Rad, the Gen Xer. I'm here with Iron Mike McGuire. How are you, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Got that music cranking loud. There we go.
Oh, it's Friday, baby.
Yeah, we're recording this on a Friday. So if you see it on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, just embrace the Friday energy and make it the best, for that day. So if you get this on a Monday, just pretend it's a Friday and just kill it today.
Yep.
What is it? Never miss Mondays?
Never miss a Monday. Never miss a Monday. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I could be on the road. I could be in a hotel. I could be wherever. Gotta get that workout in on Monday.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I've flown across the U.S., landed in Cali, got up on the East Coast at like 3 a.m. to make my flight, get to Cali. After I commute, I'm there at like 8 o'clock at night, travel all day. And if it's Monday, I lace up the shoes.
Gotta go.
I gotta go for a run.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I saw people stuck in Burning Man, right? That big festival out there. They couldn't get out because of the rain, and there was this video of this DJ, Diplo, all the young kids are gonna be like, "You're an idiot, B-Rad, you don't know who it is." But anyway, he documented himself basically walking 6 miles and then hitching a ride on the back of a truck with Chris Rock, and then flying out to DC in time for a show. No luggage, no flip-flops, barefoot, mud on his face still, and gets up there and spins a set. It's insane.
Crazy.
He never misses a Monday, right?
Never misses it. Nope. Yeah, and all the conspiracy theories floating around about that, like they had Ebola and all that's pretty wild.
It's nuts. It's crazy. So, welcome to Off-Skripted. It's a podcast by Call Center Piece for Call Center Piece, powered by Noble Biz, which is providing call centers with native omni-channel solutions to optimize your ROI. So, we are about a week now removed from Contact.io out in Denver. And I think it was a fantastic show. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, it was good, man. That's always kind of highlight of the year for us. We like Denver this time of the year. We usually we break out our big booth. I had probably 4 or 5 clients that were there, and then we also made a lot of new connections. But it's weird. Normally you'd say, hey, the highlight of the year is going to Vegas or Miami show. Normally it's not Denver, home of the donkeys. It's like, you're like, okay, mile high, but it's great. We love it every year. And, Contact.io and Mike Free and those guys put on a great show.
Yeah. We got to see our buddy and colleague Christian.
Yeah.
Steve was out there as well. Eventually, we need to get a mug shot of him as well and throw him up on the screen as well. But so you're right. It was the big show where we were, had the big Flagstaff thing in the air. There's a vision of it going up.
Looks like you're managing the operations here. Hey,
I'm pretty sure that's after. I'm pretty sure that's after we had to unzip it and rezip it because the eyelets weren't lined up with the eyes, but that's
we're call center people. We're not construction workers, so.
Yeah, you want to make a phone call to the person that designed that thing. I've got a call center waiting to say hello.
Yeah, I'll sell them. Many vendors as they need to put it up in the air, but you can ask my wife. I can't hang a door straight.
Yeah. I was going to bring it up, but maybe I won't. About not hanging door straight has, that's just off, kind of like your receivers last night. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't help it.
Tough game.
Anybody watching right now, I promise we will not spend more than 60 seconds on it because this is not a sports podcast. Even
That's
though
kind
we
of
both love
bad
it.
juju too, since your team hasn't played yet this week. So
Yeah, well, and we're going
maybe
up
don't
what
dig the
to
grave too deep.
it would be if both teams started out 0-1.
Yeah, could happen.
You know?
It's whatever the script is, right? Whatever they wrote the script out for them.
yeah, right. And it's dynamic enough for you.
Yeah, dynamic script.
Got to I don't have any Eagles gear in my office, so I just threw my Kelly Green here just for you today. So I don't know if I have anymore.
Last time we played, we're still 1-0.
There you are, right there.
Hey, so, look at that guy.
Yeah, we got to see Troutman and Meme Firm out there. They had their own stage, which was fantastic. Getting back to our wheelings and dealings out in contact.io. Our studio, Off-Skripted, we even, had some time to carve out where we set up a little remote studio and we're able to bring different guests on and just let them plug themselves, and their companies and do a little video and stuff like that. There's Mike there with the Troutman and Meme hat with our
look at those shoes.
Thing.
Those shoes are amazing. I like that.
Yeah, man. Like you're not only pushing everybody in the vertical to be better professionally, but you're pushing the shoe game at conferences. There's only a handful of you guys out there at the conference, but Mike with the jacket and now the shoes, I forget who it was. Somebody had, it was our partners. Yeah, it was our partners over at work. They're just like, you guys are always dressed like your style is so good.
Right.
So yeah, it's got to be, right?
So
it wasn't all fun and games at contact.io. We actually took the opportunity to poll a lot of the attendees that were there. And it's interesting. I have those results. I pulled them up. And the question that we asked, I want to share this with you, and maybe we can just talk about it a little bit. Was what are the most important features that a dialer must have in your call center, right? And we didn't give them the chance to write stuff in. So we said omni-channel, local presence, DID management, reporting, an agnostic connector for CRMs, or you just want auto dialing, right? Head and shoulders over everybody. Every answer in here was reporting.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I expected maybe going into this, but I didn't expect one in particular to run away with it.
Yeah, I would assume that this show, it's lead generation, that it would be local presence, possibly reporting, omni-channel, but I didn't think it'd be a 50-20-14.
Yeah.
But we know why. I mean, dealing with reporting in a call center is the lifeblood of your operations, right? So, if you don't have the report, it's hard to manage behavior real time. When we're talking about real time reporting dashboards, or being able to just query a report, listen to calls, from an operations side, that's mandatory. And so I think some people take it for granted. So I've always tried to create in my call centers some seamless real-time reporting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always use the term people lie, numbers don't. Right. So when you're looking at behavior and you see somebody's, going through a ton of calls and their sales numbers, conversion rates down, but they're like, I'm rebuttaling every phone call. Well, no, you're not. Right? Your calls are high, your conversion's low. If you're rebuttaling every calls, one of those calls will be down, whatever, right? So reporting's critical. And I don't think technology understands that how dynamic reporting is based on verticals. Mm-hmm. And that's one area that I think technology, AI, and some of these other things are really focusing on. And your poll proves it.
Yeah, yeah. And it's interesting. There's, a lot of the dialers anymore in the tech out there, they're going to have their canned reports, right? Like this is what's coming out of the box. But what I found interesting this in the last few months or so, even with some of the partners that we have, if the report isn't canned and it's not out of the box, they have an idea of what they think they have an idea of what it is that they want to, what their KPI is, and they'll say, this is what I want to achieve. I want to achieve a higher connection percentage on this particular campaign. Great. So then I start having, more of a deep dive conversation about the data.
Yeah.
Literally, where I'm like, okay, well, what you need to actually write out for me your formula of what you think it is. I need to know how you're getting to that number.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because I found that this is a company that's been doing it for years and years. And this particular KPI was essentially connection percentage.
Yep.
And what I found was through their formula, which wasn't easily identifiable. Like it was like there was a lot of nuance, and there was just like we had to land on common terminology. Was that they had like this static spreadsheet of their list that they were calling. And as they got a hold of it, this is a really crude example, they were just ticking the box. Oh, got a hold of that person, got a hold of that person, got a hold of that person, with no regard whatsoever with what channel, how many attempts,
Yeah, right.
how fast how many times did they flip any of that. So on one hand, yeah, that report and that information is good for maybe like the life shelf of the data of like who you've said hello to or have delivered information to. But on the other hand, they were totally missing the boat on the dialer performance.
Yeah.
What can the dialer or local DID management do to increase the tick marks that you have on your list, right?
Yeah.
With less flips of the list.
Yeah.
Calling less, connecting more, And it was awesome because like you have that conversation, you redefine I'm so thankful, but they let me redefine and rewrite their formula to put it against all of their technology and put everybody on the same and said, we're going to measure all of the stuff against it, and this is going to be the baseline.
Yeah. What you got to remember is most people look at results and work backwards. And so their results are they want to talk to more people. So that's what they're measuring, right? I just want to talk to more people because if I talk to more people, I know that I can sell X amount, right? And so, but they don't look at all the work that it takes to get those people
right
to talk to you. And so that's where the dialer and all those. Yeah, I mean, the other piece that nobody looks at is if my people aren't consistently talking to somebody, what happens then, right? They get unfocused. They're not ready for their next call. Wait times are longer. They get a bunch of trash that comes through answer machines, disconnected numbers. So when they do get that contact, they fail. They fall on their face. They're not ready. Yeah. So things that you pointed out, how hard is a dialer dialing? How long is the wait time? How are all those things? Those are crucial KPIs, but you're right. Most people, unless they've been doing this a while and they're really squeezed in the metrics, they just look at end results and then work their way back.
Yeah. So that was our, just to put a period on everything we're just saying, those are the results of our poll. It was really enlightening. So I think we should, we should throw some more out there. And if you have an idea, if you have something to communicate with myself, Mike, we'd be happy to collaborate and, bring some data and some more information out to everybody. So you got to participate on a panel out in Denver. Why don't you, how did that go? There you are there.
So, it went well. So I was actually able to kind of put this panel together, and the topic was really focusing on outbound strategy. Right? Everybody thinks outbound's dead. It's not dead. People do it every day, especially in the lead gen space. But so I brought in a couple key players. Rob Baer, he's the president of Anomaly Squared. They're a BPO in the lead gen space. Dave Groff, owner of Call for You Marketing in the lead gen space. Pooja Amin Queenie, partner of the Amin Troutman firm, knows all compliance when it comes to outbound. So I said, listen, let's get this group together. Myself, right? I was a moderator. And so I was able to ask like real-time questions. Like, what are you doing about call labeling and blocking? How are you getting people on the phone, right? Why are the carriers blocking and labeling calls? And what can we do to fight back? Versus just swapping DIDs and all the other things that we have to do. And then, with Pooja on the side, it was really important to dive into the things that everybody talks about. Am I going to get sued? Am I going to lose my business? Are they going to personally come after me? What laws and regulations do I need to focus on in the outbound space? So really the whole topic and everything was to try to get real life people that live in this space every day, that deal with this every day, to give tips, tricks, ideas, or to be compliant in the outbound world. So that's what the panel was. I thought it was outstanding. We got a lot of comments and good remarks afterwards. And I was only as good as the great experts that I brought on.
Yeah. Yep. We had plenty of traffic by the booth. There's Eric showing up as well. We had all kinds of people just coming through. It was fantastic. And then they had the after party.
Yeah.
Dueling pianos. It was I was with Carl.
Yep.
And they played.
You said it was like
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Baby Got Back.
And they rapped the whole thing, and it was amazing, and it was weird and awkward all at the same time. It was great because like it started, and people kind of just looked at each other like, "Is this really happening?
Yeah,
is this where we're at?" Because like it's only 9:30. Like, how is this possibly happening?
I remember in school dance. When Sir Mix-a-Lot came on, it was the most controversial song in the entire of the 90s school activity. I could not believe they let it play, and it was great. I loved that song at school dances. It was pretty fun.
Speaking of old school songs, I might have a little something for you for story time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I think it's story time.
All right. Story time. So we were actually kind of thinking about this, and I really wanted to find a story that could really highlight maybe some of the experiences and the challenge with, really managing call centers throughout the years. If you don't know, I spent 25 years running call centers, started when I was 16 on the phones, worked my way up to a center director, which, by the way, I had to move 20 hours with a brand new baby to get that job. And so I became a center director, had challenges, working my way up, so on and so forth. As a 18, 19-year-old manager, now I'm managing grown people, right? Like 40, 50-year-old adults. And it's funny because they looked at me like I was crazy. Right? So I'm this young kid. Yeah. I'm out there trying to motivate people, and I'm really pushing for success because I'm trying to move my way up. But I noticed that it was just failing. Right? Nobody would like really just listen to what I said and just take it as gospel. Like, I'm just going to do this because Mike said so, and Mike's the boss. So what did I do? What did I have to do internally in order to make adjustments? First thing I could always go back on is do as I do, not as I say. So I was really, really, really good on the phones, and in this environment with sales and fundraising. Mm-hmm. And so literally I had to go back of just strapping on the headset And when I coach somebody, I would get a sale or I would get a pledge. And then I started seeing light bulbs go off, right? People were like listening to me. Why? Because they seen that I was successful at what I was saying. And if they just would do what I was telling them to do, they too could be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's a really small, example of me working with people as a coach. Well, really when the light bulb went off is now, Mike, you can take that same lead by example and you can run a team, a call center of a bunch of other managers and just show them what you did and you were successful. Yeah. So that's when I really went with the example of talk's cheap, right? You can talk to me, you can tell me, you can motivate me, you can pump me up. But I always learned by those people that would roll up their sleeves and say, watch what I do. And they would teach me based on that ability. Mm-hmm. And not only do they have sound practices, but once I seen them be successful at what they're telling me, I was sold.
Yeah.
Think about it. In the world that we lived in, you had a lot of young, up-and-coming, hungry people. You listened to that person that could demonstrate what they said, and they could close that deal.
Right.
My boss used to say, Mike, when you're demonstrating, it's not your job to get them a sale. I said, bull crap. If I get a sale while I'm demonstrating, they're going to follow everything else I say, step for step. So
yeah.
That's my story. That's how I really helped make myself successful throughout the time. It didn't matter if I was running centers in Kentucky, Utah, Kansas, Texas, Ohio, all those states that I ran call centers in, same scenario. Do as I say or do as I do, not as I say. And it was very successful. And then people started following what I had to say. And, the rest is history. So
yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. I think next time, I think I'll get a good story, have it ready in my back pocket for next episode. I think maybe episode 6. And there's a really good chance that we're going to have a guest for episode 5. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. I want to thank Noble Biz for providing the space for us to put together this crazy off-scripted podcast. We hope that you got a little something from it. We also would like to thank our boy Trey behind the scenes. He makes us sound better, look better, and make everything work a little bit smoother. So we appreciate him as well, as best I can do. So until next time, don't miss your next Monday.
Make call centers. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.